high school at the time, and I was on spring break with them. And this spring break, it was an interesting thing because my brother, I was basically on the base with him and his wife at the time frame, and he was like, "Hey, you want to get a tattoo?" And I was like, let's check with mom first to see if she's okay with it. So I hit my mom up. She say, I'm fine with it. That's okay. That's cool. So I got a tattoo. My brother got me a tattoo. It was about, let's say, $50. And it was my initials with a Japanese symbol that stood for strength on my right arm. And question number 1, do you have tattoos? Do those tattoos represent any kind of gang that you've been in or are in? So this video, I want to talk about 2 major things that are going on in the United States. Number 1, I want to talk about tattoos. And also, I want to talk about tariffs. So this video, stick with me because I have some clippings to show you. But first, let's go back to tattoos. I remember the first time I received a tattoo or got a tattoo. My brother, who was in the Army, he's a retired veteran now, 24 years he served. He was stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, right between, I guess it's kind of like right next to Tennessee, but of course it's Kentucky. So it's right on the edge of Tennessee or whatever. And I was a sophomore in high school at the time, and I was on spring break with him. And this spring break, it was an interesting thing because my brother, I was basically on the base with him and his wife at the time frame. And he was like, "Hey, you want to get a tattoo?" And I was like, let's check with mom first to see if she's okay with it. So I hit my mom up. She say, I'm fine with it. That's okay. That's cool. So I got a tattoo. My brother got me a tattoo. It was about, let's say, $50. And it was my initials with a Japanese symbol that stood for strength on my right arm. And I was so ecstatic. I was 16 at the time. They had to get permission for me to get a tattoo. And that was the first of, let's say, 6 tattoos that I have now. Neither one of them represented me being in a gang. I got a tattoo on my back. Got a tattoo of the Virgo symbol on my left arm. I got a tattoo on the back of my arms representing my mother's year of birth. And the first time there was a black president elected. See, my mother grew up in the South, Arkansas, that is, during a time where segregation and racism was, rampant. When we talk about segregation, I mean, no blacks were hanging out with whites and vice versa. Also, busing and schooling was segregated as well. And my mother grew up with a huge family. I have so many aunts and uncles. The last time I checked, my grandmother had 14 children. So you can imagine what type of family, how big the family is. Let's put it like that. But let me not go off of the tangent here in regards to my family. But that was my first tattoo. My second tattoo was when I was 18. And, I'm an adult now. And with my second tattoo, I was in Sydney, Australia. And in Sydney, Australia, I went to go play football there. They were representing, the U.S. was representing states playing gridiron football in Australia. And I got a tattoo of my school mascot was a Black Panther here. Our school mascot was the Panthers. And of course, it was black. And I got that on my chest, my left pec. I was 18 at the time, and that actually cost me, let's say it was 35 American dollars back then. This was a long time ago. The other tattoos followed in suit along the years. However, neither one of them tattoos represented any kind of gang. We have individuals being snatched up off the streets, snatched up from their homes because of their tattoos. and sent to El Salvador because they're supposed to be part of a Trinidad Aragua gang, which the administration, they are just snatching people up and saying they're part of a gang. That's crazy. What type of country do we live in right now when we have an administration that is imposing so much hate for people that don't look white, people who are not the Christian nationalists, people who they don't just, they speak a different language. We are in, I mean, it drives me crazy. It really does. And it makes me sad to see the individuals that are experiencing this, or sad to see the family members who are wondering where their child is because they're being snatched up by the Trump administration. This video, I have to say it. I was thinking upon, when I wanted to post this video, and, I appreciate you sticking around because this is a very important thing when it comes to YouTube and us spreading the word and getting the message out for those individuals that are celebrating this shit. People are celebrating innocent individuals that are here, whether they're here without papers or not, that were trying to live right, maybe even have the American dream, but also they were probably trying to get to be a citizen, but they have to go through the process of doing that. And they're being snatched up. We are in a troubling time frame with this Trump administration. And it is not fair to those individuals that did not vote for Trump. Because I tell you what, the individuals that did vote for Trump that are celebrating this, you have no soul. You have no soul. You have no compassion for humanity. And if the shoe was on the other foot and it was you being done like this, you would hope and pray that somebody is trying to voice their opinions and fight for your rights and fight for your due process and everything else. Lies upon lies upon lies the administration is putting out there, and they're mistakenly snatching people up and saying, whoopsie, like Bukele said, sending them to concentration camps in other countries where these individuals that are probably being locked up, some of them are innocent, and they were trying to get away from that type of situation of being a part of a gang or being in a high crime country. And now they're back there to us not even knowing their whereabouts, their health, their safety, and so on. You have no soul if you celebrate this type of stuff. None whatsoever. And me being a man that I am a Christian man, I'll just put it like that. The Lord is still working on me because I do have my flaws. However, if you claim to be a Christian and you celebrate these type of things that are happening to God's children, there is something wrong with you. There is something wrong with how you feel about what this current administration is doing, and you're celebrating it with the thousands of people losing their jobs, with the hundreds of thousands of people that are losing their lives in other countries because of what we stopped doing to help assist our world. God created the world for everybody, right? So I ask you, what are you doing about it? Are you celebrating, or are you using your voice to address your concerns and your opinions with this Trump administration? I'm going from the top to the bottom to the excuses that they put out there on, oh, well, if we think that they're part of a gang, then they're committing crimes and all this kind of bullshit. People are allowed to have due process. And this goes well back into the judicial. People have to have their due process. Yet we have an evil administration to do stuff like this. You can't even voice your opinion as a person that came from another country because you'll get snatched up, like the Tufts University young lady and other people that are getting snatched up. Whoever voted for Trump, who thought that he was going to be great for the economy, who wanted to close the borders, you, I have to say this, you're a racist. It wasn't about closing the border. You just didn't want people that didn't look like you in this country. We have family members asking for their loved ones to be brought back And it's no guarantee that they will be brought back. None whatsoever. It's sickening. It is sickening that we have to experience this. The world has to experience this. People are looking at America across the world and they're putting out do not travel to the country advisories out. Do not go to the country because it is not safe. And I can recall back in the 1930s, the same thing happened in Germany. Do not travel to Germany because it is not safe. Here's a clip by the Meidas Touch. And it has Jesse Water in it, the piece of shit. Jesse Waters is not a man to me. I challenge Jesse Waters to a boxing match. Or we can even do a UFC match. He wouldn't take it because guess what? He's got all the money. He's got a lot of money. I don't. But he wouldn't take me on that challenge. Because he's not a man. He's a hateful, bigot, racist who will make up any excuses, just like a lot of the Fox News. They call it Fox News. The Fox News host. Check this video out.
De Aragua, and just saying it like in a really offensive way as well. Play this clip.
Mr. Jose Romero was actually more of a makeup artist than a barber. As usual, Jessica was a little off. Here's Jose posing with makeup brushes. Would I let this guy do my makeup? No, because here's this guy when he was arrested. He's Tren de Aragua. Again, a Latin gang that Trump designated as a terrorist organization. When Jose rolls up his sleeves, he's got double crown tattoos on his wrists, a key indicator of gang membership. Homeland Security told Primetime, quote, DHS intelligence assessments determined he is a member of the vicious gang Tren de Aragua. DHS intelligence goes beyond a single tattoo, and we're confident in our findings. Do you trust Homeland Security intelligence agents who do this for a living, or Jessica Tarloff, who I love, but probably just read about this guy, Jose, in Time magazine?
And then Jesse.
What a weak man. What a weak piece of shit racist. Weak as all get out. He gets on there and he just spews all kind of BS, just like the BS person he is. Oh, excuse me. I don't even have the words to say. As God is my witness, each and every day I wake up asking God for forgiveness. My wife and I, we pray every day over our children and ourselves and our family. I wonder if these individuals do the same thing and what God they're praying to. Because as a Christian, we are taught to not be like this. And now I get it. Some of you guys come on here and say, well, you're saying curse words and you're calling this person that and this, that, and this and that. That's my opinion. Like I said, the Lord is working with me each and every day. But I cannot be quiet and silent for the inhumane things that are happening to people, whether they're in this country legally or not, or they're here to seek asylum, like the Massachusetts dad that was snatched up with a 5-year-old disabled child and an American wife and sent to El Salvador by mistake. And here it is. We're paying El Salvador $6 million, $6 million of our tax dollars for people to get taken innocently and sent across the water to another country, maybe even the country they came from and ran away from. And we're using our tax dollars for that. Not we're using it. They're using our tax dollars. The Trump administration is using our tax dollars for that. Bullshit. I want my money back. My wife and I, we pay out. Past few years, we've been paying out under the first Trump tax cuts. Supposedly that was supposed to be for us. No, that's for the millionaire and billionaires that they have in the administration who could give a damn about destroying the economy, who could give a damn about destroying our lives because they already have the money. Like I said in a different video here about tariffs, and you guys can check that out as well. They probably don't even go to the grocery store, honestly. They probably have somebody go to the grocery store for them. Next thing I want to talk about is these tariffs and, you know, the impact that it's going to have. And I have two clippings for you. One with Robert Reich. He used to be part of the Clinton administration. Amazing guy to listen to. Very intellectual. Check this one out here. And then I have one more that I want to talk about in regards to Donald Trump and what he did not do at first until he did. Check it out.
Trump's appointee to head the Federal Trade Commission, Andrew Ferguson, has vowed to end the agency's war on mergers. This will lead to less competition in a food industry that's already dominated by just a few corporations. Research shows that markets with fewer competitors have higher prices, which means you'll be paying even more for groceries. That's why the Biden administration sued to block the merger between mega grocers Kroger and Albertsons. They won that battle, but big food corporations are licking their chops to gobble up the competition when the Trump administration gives them the green light. Fourth, Trump's cruelest promise of all is deporting millions of immigrants whose hard work is crucial to our food supply.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
Around 1.7 million undocumented people work across the food supply chain in America. Farms, dairies, ranches, and food processors all rely on undocumented workers. Experts agree that mass deportations will result in labor shortages, to say nothing of the hardships imposed on many people in our communities. And what would those labor shortages mean for consumers? Higher prices. Let's be clear, Trump never had any plan to bring down grocery prices and help working families because he doesn't care about you. He cares about his corporate donors and billionaire buddies. He's focused on making his rich friends even richer and your life even harder.
It pays to learn, and it pays to listen as well. Education is highly important in our world. Education is highly important in our country. Yet we have many, many uneducated people, especially people that voted for Donald Trump. They didn't start looking up tariffs until Trump got into office, or they didn't start looking up tariffs until, you know, him and Trump and Kamala Harris, had the debate. They didn't think about all that stuff, and then they still went to the ballot box and voted for Trump. And here we are. It's April the 3rd, and Trump has imposed tariffs on over 180 countries. But hey, whoa. Check this out, though. Check this out. He almost didn't sign that executive order. And my guy from Pondering Politics, Josiah, he points this out it is hilarious to see that Trump is really, I don't know where he's at. Who is babysitting Trump now? It used to be Sleepy Joe. I think it's Sleepy Trump now. Check this video out, and then we'll talk about it at the end.
This is Donald Trump doing the showmanship thing, not actually putting pen to paper and signing his shit, and having to be guided back by, I think, Will Scharf. The dumbass. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've got to sign shit. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I didn't know I actually have to be president. I thought I was basically doing my whole reality TV shtick. Yeah. That visibly confused asshole is the most powerful man on earth and has just created a potential recession, a potential global recession, and one of, if not the biggest tax hikes on the American people in the history of this country. The Financial Times reports the U.S. escalates global trade war with sweeping new tariffs.
I
Now just imagine if that was Joe Biden walking off before signing an executive order or signing a tariff order. Just imagine it. Just imagine. Trump literally walked away, getting ready to leave, and had to be reminded to go and sign the document. If that was Joe Biden, everyone would be saying he needs to be evaluated. He needs to go. He's Sleepy Joe. He needs to get out of there. He's not running the country. Yet here again, we have Trump not even signing after running his mouth the whole time, not even signing the document before he walked off that his tiny desk. The hypocrisy. Where is the MAGA nutheads? Where are they saying that Trump, there's something wrong with Trump? Donald Trump, there's an issue with Donald Trump. You guys, this video, I'm telling you, man, I love doing what I do. I'm gonna land my plane. I love doing what I do. I ask for you to, just subscribe to the channel. Send this, like, share, hit the notification bells. I'll try to post as much as I can. But there's a loss of humanity in this country. Peace and love.